We've all felt it, that tug in your heart that says, it's taking too long. You've prayed, you've believed, you've done everything right, and yet, nothing. You start to wonder, did God forget me? Or worse, am I being punished? But what if the delay was not a denial? What if God's timing, though painful, was perfect? Today we explore the tension between God's timing and our timing, and the wisdom hidden in the wait. We live in a world of speed, fast food, instant downloads, next-day delivery. If it takes more than a few seconds, we call it slow. And so when God tells us wait, we panic. But God is not on our clock. He's not in a rush. In fact, his slowness is often part of his strategy. 2 Peter 3:9 says, "The Lord is not slow in keeping his promise, as some understand slowness. Instead, he is patient with you." Sometimes God's delay is protection. Sometimes it's preparation. And sometimes it's both. Let's visit the story of Abraham and Sarah, a story soaked in faith, but also in frustration. God promised Abraham a son, a legacy as vast as the stars. But years passed. Nothing. Sarah's womb was still barren. Abraham's hair turned gray. The promise seemed impossible. So, they took matters into their own hands. Sarah offered her maidservant, Hagar, to Abraham. She bore him a son, Ishmael. But Ishmael wasn't the child of the promise. He was the result of impatience. It wasn't until 25 years later, when Sarah was 90, that she gave birth to Isaac. Genesis 21:2 says, Sarah became pregnant and bore a son to Abraham in his old age, at the very time God had promised him. The point? God always delivers, but in his time, not ours. Now picture David, a shepherd boy anointed by the prophet Samuel to be king. One problem: Israel already had a king, Saul, and Saul wasn't stepping down. David knew he was chosen, but instead of grabbing the crown early, David waited. He played the harp in Saul's palace. He dodged spears. He ran for his life for years. He could have taken shortcuts, even killed Saul. But David said in 1 Samuel 24:6, "I will not lay my hand on my Lord, because he is the Lord's anointed." David waited until the throne came to him without compromise, because he knew a promise taken early becomes a burden, but a promise received in season is a blessing. Even Jesus didn't rush. When his dear friend Lazarus was dying, people begged him to come heal, but Jesus waited 2 more days. When he arrived, Lazarus was already dead. The people wept, "If only you had come sooner." But Jesus said in John 11:40, "I could tell you, did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God?" Then Lazarus walked out of the tomb. What seemed like a delay became a greater miracle. God wasn't late. He was right on time to reveal a deeper glory. Waiting is not punishment, it's preparation. Isaiah 40 verse 31 reminds us, "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles." In waiting, God builds patience, perspective, spiritual maturity. While we want a microwave answer, God's preparing a feast. He is aligning circumstances, softening hearts, and shaping us into someone who can handle the promise. So what are you waiting on? A breakthrough? A relationship? A healing? A calling? You're not forgotten. You're being formed. Remember, Abraham waited 25 years. David waited over a decade. Jesus waited until the tomb was sealed. But when the time came, God delivered. And he'll deliver for you too. It may not come when you expect it, but when it comes, it will be right. Because God's timing is not about speed, it's about purpose. If you're in a season of waiting, you're not alone. Let this be your reminder. The wait is not wasted. Comment below. I will trust God's timing. And if this message encouraged you, like, share, and subscribe for more weekly wisdom from the Word. Stay faithful, stay hopeful. Scriptural wisdom is with you on the journey.